Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers third-party review. In today's video we're finally going to be building our unique toys Bruticus. Everything is in its combined form, ready to put together. I will include a slideshow at the end of this video showcasing them all in their robot and vehicle modes all together, so stay tuned for that. But this is the important part. So starting off with Swindle, as we have here in hand, we can push until that clicks wonderfully into place, and you have to bring that black piece out from the underside, and that just tabs in, and we connect Brawl using exactly the same connector. This piece will come in and tab into that part of the leg, pushing and securing into place. Blast Off can come in and just push like so. Bring that in, push and twist so it locks into position. Now this is the standard chest that comes with Bruticus, and there are options to change this out to get it more G1 accurate. We have this layover piece that we've built through parts of Vortex and Blast Off. So let's just remove this chest piece, remove these pieces from this plate, remove this piece as well. This can now plug in over here, like so. There. And then we can bring in this overlay to tab in on here and in on here. There we go. And there we have the G1 style chest. Actually really like how that looks. And the gun we got in Vortex is designed to go with Onslaught, and we can also just lift this piece up. This is then going to switch around like so. This can come down, this will also come down, and I've kind of built myself a gun. I have no idea how this is meant to go, or even if it's meant to be a thing at all, but I've kind of just there we go with that there. That could be like a double handled gun, sort of. We've got the original gun here, then we've got Swindle's gun, and then we've got the rifle piece that came with Blast Off. And this should, he says, I think that's a little bit overkill, isn't it? Oh, I don't know what I've done there. That just looks ridiculous. There we go. That's more of a pistol look to him, but really love what this guy looks like. It's just, I don't know, there's just something about him that just doesn't quite hit the nail on the head. It's so close, but at the same time there's just something missing. The arms can go up and down on a double ratchet. We can go all the way around on a nice and squeaky joint there. We do not have any butterfly joint on there, which is a shame. The head can look up that much, we can look down that much, kind of hike the head upwards to get a lower range, but at the same time not really as agile as I would like. We have a bend and a rotation on the arms. The hands are fully articulated, as previously mentioned in both Vortex and Blast Off's videos. We do get a tilt side to side on the waist, which is always a welcome addition. We do have left and right, but no abdominal crunch. Hip skirts can go forwards. Joints are just about tight enough to keep the legs upright. We have rotation. Oh my gosh, these are heavy. We have rotation on that upper thigh. We have a bend on the knee, not the greatest of bends. Get a rotation on the upper knee. Foot can go left and right, and we can go up and down on the toe. But unfortunately, there is a lot of restrictions just due to the sheer bulk of these feet. To give you an idea of his scale, here he is alongside MP10. Now that looks good, but the issue I'm having with him is that he can't stand up. He's a wibbly wobbly mess, unfortunately. I can't get those thighs to lock into a decent pose. His arms are really big and chunky, but they are hindered somewhat by that chunkiness, and unfortunately it's just, I don't know, it's a real, genuine struggle to get this guy to stand as we want him to. But I mean, look at what he looks like. That is an amazing shelf presence. Now I'm trying to show this guy off as best I can, but it's not small, is it? We've got these pieces left over from switching out that chest. What I tend to do, you've got this hook on here. That's actually just the right size to hook in like so. And then this can bend round, and then we can bring in this part that can tab in like that and cover off the back of the legs. So now we've got a hip skirt that goes all the way around, and it actually moves with the leg, but it does kind of stop this from sliding outwards even more. It really does kind of help with that A stance. It's still not perfect. It still has the tendency to lean forward. No idea why. And I've tabbed that piece in at the back there just to try and weigh him down, because I don't know why, but he is still back heavy and he still has that tendency to lean. Now you can compress his thighs, but then you lose all of that lovely height, which is what we want from Onslaught. It's still not perfect. I think, I don't know, maybe they've lost their way a little bit. These don't quite look like how they'd envisioned, I'd imagine. Imagine they were going for that G1 vibe throughout, and there's something just not quite right about it. Something is slightly off, but I mean, all in all, that's not a bad look for Bruticus. He does stand on his own. It's just a matter of getting it to work for yourself. I wish we could do more with him. I've seen some people get him in a really nice stance. I didn't get any of those rubber pieces for the bottom of the feet. They would definitely help somewhat. I really think that's a viable option to help with that stability. But like I said, I unfortunately didn't get them. But I mean, that looks brilliant, especially with this little tiny bumblebee in hand, doesn't it? I mean, oh, that's daunting. That's a very good look for him. He just wants to keep tilting forwards, doesn't he? I mean, he's not going to fall because he has a ridiculously large foot span, but why does he want to tilt forwards? Here we have him alongside Toy World's Constructor. Now, to be honest with you, I think that's a pretty good scale. Constructor Devastator is a 6-person combiner, so he's always going to be kind of a torso bigger than the others. But that being said, he does kind of look a little bit dwarfed, doesn't he? I'd say his head comes up to approximately the center of Devastator's chest, so you've got a fair bit of height difference there, and Devastator doesn't have any issues standing. I can pose him quite nicely. The joints are incredibly solid, and it really does bode well for the Zeta version of Bruticus. I really hope that it's kind of on par with the Toy World Constructor. Unique Toys have done an amazing job. They've given us a very G1 cartoon inspired Bruticus, and he does look the part. It's just, unfortunately, he can talk the talk, but unfortunately he cannot walk the walk. He's a bit of a wobbly mess when it comes to standing him up. It may just be mine. I think maybe, I don't know, maybe I've done something wrong along the way. I will check with other reviewers to see how they're getting on, but for me, he doesn't really pose as well as I'd like. The joints are there, but he just can't hold that position. The torso moves too much and the legs just do not stay where I want them to go. I've included a link in the description where these can be purchased. I've included a unique toys playlist so you can see how to get each and every figure into their combined form, and I've also included a small photo gallery at the end of this video outlining how these guys look in their robot mode and vehicle modes all together as a unit. Until next time, from myself and Bruticus, thanks for watching, goodbye.